Hey there guys, in this video I want to talk about this really cool fire pit called the Trailblazer from Fireside Outdoors. As you can tell, it is tiny. It's packed down into a bag that's less than a camping chair actually, and it's rated to be about 3 pounds in weight, so that's really cool. It doesn't look like much, but you know, that's kind of how it's intended to be. It's intended to be packable, which is pretty awesome, I think. It's definitely a nice little alternative for you know, those big heavy fire pans you find out there on a lot of, you know, rafting gear sites, or you know, just fire pans in general. The entire burn area, this is about 12 by 12, so about foot by foot, and it stands about 11 inches off the ground. And I'll actually set it up for you too. I won't just leave it in the bag here. But I did want to go over a few things before I open it up. Besides the weight, it's a really cool little burn spot, a really cool little fire pit, excuse me. And for, you know, traveling via a kayak or like a small raft trip, we don't have too much room. This would be an awesome little, you know, alternative to those heavier pits. This is the kind of the smaller version of the fire pit that these Fireside Outdoor guys do. They actually have a bigger one that's 2 foot by 2 foot for a burn area, so it's pretty cool. So let's go ahead and set it up. As this comes out of the bag, you'll actually notice there's quite a few pieces that come with it, and you know, that's one of the downsides I think about on this fire pit, is it's got quite a few pieces to it. Luckily they are larger pieces, so you can actually keep track of it, so you know, that's all awesome. This one's pretty cool too, because they actually give you a grill with it. You don't have to go out and buy your own grill, so that's nice. So this metal mesh piece is actually the piece that the fire sits on. As you can tell, I've actually had quite a few fires in this already. It's going to get that fire look to it already. These are the sides of the pit. There's 4 of them there. Let's get set up. And this is the main stand of the pit. So it's kind of got quite a few moving pieces in there. And you know, if you're camping in sandy areas, that could be kind of a detriment, because sand can get into these joints and kind of clog and seize the whole thing up. So you know, if you're using it in sandy areas, take care with it, you know, wash it out for sure, you know, keep it nice and clean. But other than that, this is a pretty cool little pit. So let's get it all set up here. Besides that, this little piece of rolled up material is actually kind of like a spark keeper or ember keeper. It'll actually sit below everything and, you know, grab the hot sparks before they fall onto the ground. So we can, this just gets velcroed right in here. It's velcroed in there like that. And then I like putting the sides on before the actual mesh piece, because that actually helps you pull the whole thing apart later. So these side pieces just sit in here. On the poles, just like that. And lastly, this mesh piece, excuse me, will just slide right over everything. Sometimes I get caught up on stuff. Come on, there we go. And slides right onto there, and you have a very operational fire pit. It does elevate up off the ground, as you can see here. The bottom of the burn spot here, I believe, is about 11 inches up off the ground, so that's pretty cool. And like I said before, the last piece is this grill piece here, and it'll actually just sit on top of the poles. It actually has these 4 little holes that'll sit in nicely. So there's the entire fire pit. They actually marketed it as a 2-in-1, so you get the fire pit and a grill, which is pretty cool. I've used this grill quite a bit this past summer, and you know, cooking up a couple burgers or some hot dogs, you know, it's pretty quick and easy. You know, you get this in a really cool package. It's small, so you know, it's Space really isn't that much of an issue with this thing, and I think this is a pretty cool piece of gear, despite all the little moving pieces it's got. It's quite the you know, sophisticated fire pit compared to some other ones out there. So other than that, I kind of like it. I plan on getting it out on the river maybe next year. I didn't get a chance to get it out this year just because I was working, and the other places I went rafting actually had a fire ban, so that kind of sucks. So maybe next year. If you guys have any questions or comments about this pit, you know, leave them down there in the comment section. I'd love to talk to you guys about it. Hit that thumbs up. It would help me out quite a bit here on the channel, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.